name is Sir Parents, and today we'll be taking a look at the high-grade Sinanju from Gundam Unicorn. And this is Strike Comet, or the enemy of the Gundam Unicorn. And taking over size comparisons, here he is with the Gundam Unicorn, the high-grade. And it's a bit short. This one's a bit taller, I think. And here he is with the Charzaku 2, the original Red Comet. Now, the pilots might look the same because they're both blonde and they wear a funny mask, but they're not. So yeah, that's the size comparisons. Now for his accessories, we get this adapter and a shield, and now I painted the shield in the gold parts of the shield. It's a bit sloppy, but my apologies. I'm kind of new to painting and I'm trying to make my painting as pristine as possible. So yeah, this adapter has a peg and it pegs into either arms. As you can see, either arms have pegs here and over here. Do not worry, this is not the real grade, so that's not an issue. I might have not just plugged it in properly. Now just plug this in here like so. Now you can plug in the shield here or here, but I prefer the arm like this, so I'm gonna plug it in like that. And there's a peg hole. So there's a peg hole there. And yeah, that is the Sinanju. Now, as you can see, the shield has a few pieces in the back. Now these are beam sabers here. Beam tomahawks, I think. They're kind of like a nod to the, I guess, the SASB. Everyone's favorite SASB. I honestly haven't watched Char's Counterattack, so yeah, once I see it, I might get one. The real grades. From the real grades. So yeah, you just place it in like that. Apparently, according to the reviews I've seen, this whole thing has a mechanism in the other grades. But since this is the high grade, you have to remove the parts and swap them. Now, you get two optional Mountain Dew Saber pieces. Now you get this shorter one, which is obviously, it's not bad. And you get these longer ones, longer Mountain Dew Sabers over here, and just plug them in like so. And this is excessive, and I don't personally like Mountain Dew, but this thing looks sick. I like neon. No pun intended. Well, let's just pull these out, and yeah, place out, and let's just place back the thing. So that's kind of sad that they don't have the whole swappable gimmick thing, but it's a high grade, so not gonna complain too much about it. Now, for his other accessories, besides having beam sabers for his shield, he does have another pair of beam sabers. Now, he comes with two of these Mountain Dew beam sabers. They're more traditional, if I were to say. And you just replace his hand with a grabby hand. Wrong grabby hand, and here we go. And let's just plug it in like so. Now that I prefer this over the heat hawks. Sorry. Or yeah. So you could actually remove those heat hawks, by the way, and just use them by themselves, or use an alternate piece. Now this thing looks kind of great. I like how it kind of reminds you of like old Gundams. Yeah, let's smooth this. And for his accessories, he comes with a gun, a beam rifle, a long ass beam rifle. Now for size comparisons, here is this beam rifle with the Zaku 2 Origins beam rifle. The Zaku 2 Origins beam rifle is a bit longer. Now for possibility, this thing also has possibility. So this small thing can move, and I guess that's pretty much it. Small thing can move. That's it. And pretty explanatory. You just get another arm. This one's a trigger finger. It only has one for the right, none for the left. And there's a peg here. There's a peg and there's a peg hole. Just plug that in and then plug in the hand back and place that on. And now this thing looks very cool. Now, I prefer the peg system here for the gun over the unicorns one, because that one's kind of loose and it tends to fall. Now, you can make this extra spicy by getting this piece in the back of the shield, pull that out, and that reveals your grenade launcher. Now let's just place this back. And you just pull this and place it on like so. And you just push it back on. And that thing, it gives it more weight, I guess. It makes it more better, in my opinion. I just like that thing. And if you're not using the beam rifle, you could pull this out and let's just pull this. It's a bit tight to remove the fingers, but at least it's not too loose. It had my Zaku 2 Origins trigger hand is a bit loose. Now you get an accessory which is this. This thing goes in the back, and just pull this small tab here, pull that off, and replace it with this other thingy tab, or yeah, slots in right into his butt. Oof, that's kind of hard. There we go. These two cigars get in the way, but you can remove it to make your life more simpler. And it doesn't fit with the grenade launcher on. Sad. So you can place here his beam rifle when it's not in use, and I kind of like that. There you go. But I like the beam rifle on. It looks very sick and very long. That's kind of an issue as well. It's kind of hard to place anything. I mean, the weapons on his back. So now let's get to his posability. Let's just place this back, and yeah, let's get to his posability. He has a ball joint on his head. Can turn around, swivel here, a bit of the clock. Now his wings, or not wings, thrusters. His upper thrusters have this hinge joint, and the hinge joint that can go down. Can go to the side, up to there. And these two flaps can open like so. And same thing for the other one. And these two cigars beneath it, they're on a ball joint, so yeah, they rotate, and you can, yeah, it's ball joint. Very explanatory there. Now for his arms, you can turn it's in a hinge joint, I believe. I think it is. It's in a hinge joint. Move up, back way that far. These things move up out of the way. Now let's just move his shield for a moment, and to make life more simpler. Now these things move out, which can make the arm move out that far. Of course, arm swivel, hinge joint, a swivel in the arms, and a ball joint on the waist, which the cables kind of limit the possibility, but it's better than other kits. So you can rotate, and sides here it's move out, can spread that far. It's in a ball joint. It doesn't have a swivel there, so you can still do that, but it's kind of limited versus the newer Gundam kits, Gundam plastic model kits. double hinge turn on the leg. I like that. And I split, another note, like any other high grade kit, I splitted the front. So yeah, it moves separately now. And the back as well. The back is kind of, the back of this figure is also separated. Now once you pull that out, you can see that there's a bit of the detail over there, which I kind of like. I like that butt detail there. Very nice attention to detail. They didn't have to do it because this is high grade, but they did it either way. And these things here can move out. It's quite hard, but be very careful. You might snap the peg. These things can pull out, and oops, too much. And when they pull out, you can move it back that far and forward for thruster movement. And a ball joint here, and can move forward that far, backward that far, and a very decent pivot. Now, possibility for the Sinanju here is pretty nice for a high grade, and kind of like better than the unicorn actually. So yeah, that's kind of a surprising thing. Now overall, this figure is nice. It feels great. It looks great. I'm a red person, so yeah. And of course, last but not least, can place it on a stand. It uses the ass plug, and you just plug it in there. So, oh, it's a bit too tall for this thing, but yeah, let's set that down. And yeah, he can do some fly poses, I guess, if you want to. So yeah, this figure, I like this figure very much. It's more red than the Red Comet itself. And if you were to get a Sinanju in a 144 scale, 1/144 scale, or 144, either which, high grade is the best Sinanju kit, on my opinion. I haven't touched the real grade, but they say it's kind of bad. So yeah, this is your best option. So please like, share, and hit that subscribe button. Please, I'm so desperate. Just kidding, I'm not. Yeah. So hit that subscribe button and please like this video. That's pretty much it for this new year. So once again, Happy New Year guys, and I hope you're done washing your plates.